Our topic for today: why central bank digital currencies are a threat to your freedom. And I really do believe that they are. There's a secret, silent financial war raging right now. Unfortunately, mainstream media all but ignores this potentially ominous future. Like I said, it's complicated. It doesn't really lend itself to soundbite. We're at a critical crossroad. There's the rise of private digital currency, cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum, and many others. Those offer people financial freedom outside the traditional banks and governments. These private digital currencies were designed to be centralized, secure, and most importantly, independent from any central authority. This represents the ultimate financial freedom, the power to control and protect your own wealth. We're going to explore how CBDs differ from private digital currencies and exactly what they mean for our personal freedom, liberty, and importantly, privacy, and why the choices that we make today as a society could impact finances for generations. Are CBDs really a step forward, the way the governments want you to think, or are they a step toward financial surveillance? Imagine a future where every financial decision you make is under surveillance, where having cash in your pocket is a distant memory. In some ways it is, because we have debit cards and credit cards. There are places that don't even take cash anymore. But in this case, every single transaction you make is logged on a government central database. It raised some serious concerns. They're essentially digital versions of the fiat currency we already use, but issued by central banks. And unlike cryptocurrencies, which are decentralized and private, these CBDs would be fully controlled by the government. And, they make it sound like it's a new and convenient way to pay, but there's actually a lot more to the story. Why are governments pushing for CBDs? The short answer is it's about power and control, because governments around the world are facing unprecedented economic, social, and political challenges. We know inflation is high, public trust is low. Traditional financial system certainly isn't as solid as it once was. By adopting CBDCs, governments believe that they can take back some of the control that they've lost. CBDC, they would have that real-time access to our spending data, which means they could actually freeze our accounts, track individual transactions, and even set limits for how much you're allowed to spend or save. For example, the economy slows down and people aren't spending enough, particularly in the United States. It's consumer spending that drives the economy. So let's say that slows down and they say, we need to stimulate the economy. Well, what they could do is charge you, say, a 10% penalty each month for not spending enough. Trust me, you'll spend. If you go, this month you got 90% of what you had last month, you're going to spend it because you're going to lose it anyway. That's what the power of a CBD can do. They're programmable. Commercial banks are also raising the alarm right now because they make huge profits by being the middleman in finance, by handling our deposits, processing our debit card transactions, lending money out, and earning interest. But if CBDCs are widely adopted, global central banks could bypass the commercial banks altogether. If the central banks start issuing CBDCs directly to citizens, the commercial banks not only lose one of their main source of income. Why do they exist? We have these two super powerful forces at odds. The central banks pushing for these CBDCs so that they can regain control and continue to print currency to continue to flood the market and pay for their overspending. This goes way beyond political parties. They both do it. They both spend more than they take in, live beyond their means. machines. And then you have the commercial banks resisting it because it threatens their profits and their existence. And so stuck in the middle of this tug of war is us, the everyday citizens. CBDCs could be the end of financial privacy as we know it. On the one hand, CBDCs could mean faster transactions and potentially safer payments, but on the other, they could give governments unprecedented access to our financial lives and erode the profits of the banking sector as we know it. So what can we do? First of all, stay informed. Understand what CBDCs are and how they could impact your money, your privacy, and your freedom. The more people are aware, the more we can be in a position to demand the protections that we need before it's too late. There is a movement at the state level in the United States that I found to ban CBDCs, which is all well and good. It means some politicians get it. But here's the problem with that approach. The states don't have any power with respect to government legal tender. When was the last time you saw or spent a state-issued dollar? You won't, because only the federal government has the power to regulate money. So any banning of CBDCs has got to happen at the federal level, not the state level. This is a fork in the road and the choice that we face. What we decide today could set the course for financial freedom or financial slavery for generations to come. It's up to us to stay informed, understand the implications, and decide what kind of financial future we truly want. Along the way, I've discovered and partnered with a blockchain project that has developed a community-based platform that solves real-world problems. And having followed this technology for the past decade or so, I'm impressed, not only with how it's structured and the practical utility it provides, but how it can solve real problems in the marketplace. You remember AOL? My mom still has it. The thing AOL did is they made it easy for the masses to access the internet. Maybe that was the first time you ever accessed the internet was on AOL. Similarly, Bitcoin was the first cryptocurrency, and they made it easy for the masses to buy it. The promise of Bitcoin, for a variety of reasons, never really materialized as an alternative currency, even though it still may have value. I believe in the power of the technology behind it is unlimited. So if you would like to learn more, drop a comment below or message me. I really would love to hear your feedback on these CBDCs. I really appreciate your comments below. Until next time, dream big and act on it daily. Bye for now.